What is happening, you wonderful people? So I got a chance earlier today to go see Moana 2. And in this film, we follow Moana, Pua, Hey, and Maui, and some new Voyagers as they search the sea for a hidden island after Moana gets an unexpected call from her wayfinding ancestors. And this isn't really a spoiler-filled film. You know how these movies go, the animated films. So without further ado, let's talk about Moana 2. So if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I absolutely adore the first Moana film. Absolutely love that film. I've only seen it, I haven't seen it like a lot, but I've seen it multiple times, and I personally think that it is one of the greatest animated films of all time. I don't think it's my favorite. It's not my favorite animated film, but it's one of my favorites. It's like either top 5 or top 10. I don't know where exactly I'd rank it, but it's up there with Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, Cars, Incredibles, all those animated films. So a few years back, they originally announced this as a Disney Plus series, a sequel to the first Moana film, but a Disney Plus series, right? And I didn't know what to think about that. I was like, I don't know if that'll work, because me personally, some series I can sit through, but when it comes to series like that, I have a short attention span because I'm mainly a movie guy. It's mainly what I talk about. But earlier this year, they announced that it was going to be a full on film, theatrical film. And I was like, oh, they're going to go that route. Okay, that gets me more excited. I'm actually really excited for this film. And it's been one of my most anticipated movies of the year. And after seeing Wicked the other day, it has been my most anticipated film for the rest of the year. Now it's Mufasa. I'm very excited for Mufasa. And then probably Sonic. I'm excited for Sonic too. So I went into this film absolutely loving the first one, and I walked out, and I don't hate this film. I really don't. I do not hate this film, but it's not great. It's not great, and I'll explain why. I read reviews today, people saying that people were really liking it, people weren't liking it, people just thought it was horrible, people thought it was just okay. So this film is very divisive. It's very divisive right now, and reviews dropped today. So I went in with open mind like I always do. I want to have my own take on it. I want to tell y'all my honest thoughts. And two things that people were saying is that the first one is better and the music is better in the first one. I agree with both of those. I think that the animation in this film is beautiful, just like the first one. The characters are likable. You have Moana in this film, who she's just as great as she was in the first one. You have Maui, who Maui doesn't have much screen time in this film. And I was hoping he'd have more. He didn't have much, but Maui's Maui. Maui was great in this film. And you have Hey, just as funny as he was in the first film. Pua didn't have much screen time in the first film. Pua has more screen time in this film, and it was good to, see that character more. Moana's parents don't have much screen time in this film, but when they are on screen, they shine. And Moana's sister is adorable. I don't know her name. I don't even know if I think it started with an S or something like that. But she was absolutely adorable in this film. Her chemistry with Moana, their dynamic was fun. It was fun in this film. And you have these newer characters. You have, I don't remember their names. We have the old guy. You have the one guy who's a huge fan of Maui. And you have like this craftsman girl, whatever her name is. And then you have also like the Kakamuras, and one of them kind of is a main character. You'll see why, and you'll know what I'm talking about when you see the film. I thought that was kind of funny, and I forgot they were going to show up in the film, even though they were in the trailer. I thought that was kind of funny. Like I said, the animation's beautiful, and like I said, the characters were great, and the story overall is a great story, and it's simple, but it's about, and I kind of explained it earlier. I explained it in the beginning of the video, but it's about Moana getting a call from her ancestors, and she has to go out to find this island that is hidden, a cloud surrounding it. Y'all get the gist, and I thought the story was pretty good. It was simple, but I mean, it's a story you've seen before, but in the context of this film, it actually kind of works, and I do have to say, I do think the stakes are actually pretty high in this film, and I know the stakes were kind of high in the first film. They were high in the first film, but the stakes are more high in this film, if that makes sense. And you actually feel the stakes, and you're like, oh, what's gonna happen next? Like, this is freaking me out. I don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And it's yeah, I wasn't bored. I'll tell you that I was not bored. I actually do feel like pacing was it was a little fast paced for my liking, but not too bad. You know what I mean? I didn't think it was too bad. Mainly towards the beginning. You know what I mean? And I feel like the first act kind of lost me. I don't know if I want to say it lost me, but I wasn't feeling it. You know what I mean? Second and third act, I still wasn't really feeling anything, but I was feeling more things, if that makes sense. And I got to say, surprisingly good character development for not just Moana, but Maui and uh, the other new three characters that we have. Like surprisingly good character development. Like I was shocked by that. I was like, wow, pretty good character development for them. Like we just met these characters, and obviously we know Moana and Maui from the first film, but yeah, I really enjoyed how they integrated that and how they wrote that, and I that goes along with the writing. I feel like the writing for these characters is actually pretty good in this film, and I kind of expected that, you know what I mean? And the score, who doesn't love the Moana soundtrack? Like just the score, Oh man, it gives you chills, man. And there were certain parts in this film where I had chills, and I think I forgot what the one time was, but they played the certain theme when the ocean opens, and the ocean has a big part in this as well. And I kind of forgot about that, but I thought that was pretty cool, And um, there are some small emotional moments in this film, not many, but there are some. You know what I mean? And um, some of the new songs they have in this film, they kind of hit. You know what I mean? Certain points, not very much though. Like the first film, the music's amazing. Like when you talk about Moana with somebody and like ask what their favorite thing is about that film, they're gonna say obviously the animation and the score. Like I love the animation for Moana, but the score is beautiful, man. And it is so beautiful. And you know that's really all I have for my positives. All I have for my positives. But going into my negatives now, I don't know what it is, but something was missing in this film. Something was missing, and I'm trying to figure out what it is, but I don't know. Like I was watching it, and I'm like, something is just I don't know. There's something missing here that can make this film more grand and more, you know, bold. You know what I mean? And just wasn't feeling anything. Like I felt some things, like it wasn't grandiose. It wasn't like full on like wow, like whoa, like I felt some things, but for the most part, I just didn't. You know what I mean? And it's just it runs a mile behind this the first film, and it just doesn't do anything better. You know what I mean? And I hate that so much because I was really looking forward to this film, and I wasn't emotionally invested like I was in the first film, and it just something about it just didn't work, you know what I mean? And the music, the new songs they have aren't super catchy and fun, like there are those few emotional moments, and there some of the songs have their moments, but overall the music and um the emotional moments just don't really work. They just don't. And the main villain in here. I don't remember her name. but that tells you a lot about this character. This character just shows up and she's gone. Like from the trailer, you would think this character would be the main villain of the film. Character was useless. This character did not need to be in the film. There was no point at all. And there is a post-credit scene in the film. It's kind of pointless. You can stay for it. I did because I heard there was going to be a post-credit scene, so I stayed for it. It's kind of pointless, you know. So overall, Moana 2 is fine. It's fine. And I'm really sad to say that because I really wanted to enjoy this film more than I did. And, that just wasn't the case. So, yeah, Moana 2 is a fine time. And if over the holiday, over Thanksgiving, if you want to take your kids or family, take all your kids and your family to go see it, do that. Y'all will enjoy it. But for me, I just didn't enjoy it that much. And that's okay. So that'll wrap up this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, do not forget to subscribe down here, like, comment, share on this video. We are at 561 subs right now. Next big milestone is 600. We're slowly approaching that. And 7, 8, 9, and the big one is 1K and beyond that. And if you're new as well, I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, trailer reactions, movie live streams, and movie news. All that wonderful movie stuff under the movie umbrella. And let's talk about Moana 2. Y'all comment down below. Let's talk about it. What do y'all comment down below and tell me? Do y'all like the first Moana film? Are y'all excited to see this one? Did y'all not like this one? What are y'all like? Are y'all just going to wait to see this on streaming? Let's talk about it down below. That'll do it for me for right now. Keep talking movies, my wonderful people. Have a safe holiday and a safe Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Cheers.